to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are actually in a different location than usual. Me and my friends actually booked a reading weekend at a cabin about 3.5 hours south of where I live. So we're outside of Mount Hood, and we are just at this cute little cabin, as you can probably see from the B-roll that I'm hoping to insert instead of my usual intro. But we are here for a little extended weekend stay to celebrate one of my friend's birthdays. So we're hoping to get some extra reading in, and I thought this would be a really good time to do the 24-hour reading challenge. So I've seen a couple people do it a couple of different ways. I know the kind of more traditional way is reading for 24 hours straight. I know Destiny does those videos like all the time, and I know that Sarah and Catherine, who also make booktube content, have done it a couple of different ways. I'm hoping to do it kind of the alternative way, and do it where you start the timer when you're reading and only have the timer running when you're reading. And I'm hoping to get 24 hours of reading in this whole like extended weekend. We got here last night, had our dinner, watched Twilight, and so today is going to be kind of our kickoff for the reading portion. So I have my laptop here with my timer set, and then I also have some books that I brought. I made sure to bring 3 books from my TBR. I'll put their picture up on the screen over on this side maybe. As you can see, like I said, I'm not in my usual spot, so hopefully I'll get a bunch of cute nature shots of me being outside and reading. But the first book that I'm going to be picking up in this little challenge is actually not one from my TBR. I wanted to pick up something a little bit different for me, and I was in a fantasy mood. So I'm actually going to be reading The Dark Night of the Souls, and so I'm going to be picking that book up and see what I think. All I really know about it is that it's based on Greek mythology, and I've always been kind of interested in that, and think it's like also like a little bit of an Egyptian mythology thing as well. So super excited to pick it up. So here we go with our timer set for 24 hours, and I'll go ahead and hit start once we start reading, and I'll try to update you guys sporadically throughout the day. Like I said, I'll be stopping it whenever we, run an errand, start cooking, watch a movie, anything like that. But we're hoping to get a good amount of reading in this weekend. I'll update you guys as we have updates. See you later. Okay, so I am popping in to do a super quick little update with our reading. We've only been reading for, I believe, like an hour and a half now. Yeah, we have 22 hours and 19 minutes left on our timer. So we've made some progress. I'm about 43 pages into my book. So far, we are following our main character, Lila. And so she basically washes up on shore at like 5 or 6 years old and gets found by people who run kind of like a slave camp, is the way that it's kind of being described. They're called slaves, but they're all like younger people who were like orphaned or abandoned, and they are taught to be, kind of like these assassins. And that's kind of like what this school for them is supposed to be teaching them, is to be like secret deadly assassins. The men are the main ones who get sent on missions, and the women are kind of taught, like how to be seductresses and all that kind of stuff so far. But the main character has kind of decided that she wants to get out of this life, get out of being in this camp, and she has like plans for revenge. But some things are getting shaken up. They're, like getting treated a little bit better. They are, getting taught like extracurricular activities kind of, instead of, like history and fighting. They're getting taught dance classes. And then they find out that an emissary from the capital is coming to, I guess, find like the best student or something. They're going to figure out who is the most capable. So we'll see how that goes. But that's our update for right now. Hopefully we get a little bit more in later this afternoon. It's only like 1 o'clock. So hopefully we get a little bit extra in later this afternoon, and we're able to make a little bit more progress before, dinner. And we're hoping to hop in the hot tub later and get some reading done after dinner in the hot tub. So yeah, we'll do that, and you'll hopefully see that in the next clip. Bye! Hello. Today is officially Saturday, so we are on our second day of our cabin weekend. I feel like I got next to no reading done yesterday. I was going to update you guys. I'd update you guys at about like an hour and a half or 2 hours, I think. And I told myself I'm not going to update them that frequently. I'll go ahead and update them again with like, I don't know, hour like 7 or 8. Yeah, we're still not there. We have about 20 hours left to go. Super cool, super fun. Love that. I'm officially at chapter 10, 107 pages into the book. Yes, 107 pages in. I'm going to hold my thoughts, see how the book progresses, because so far I'm confused. I think it's a pacing issue more than anything else. We're told that those trials that I mentioned earlier are like super important, that they're like game changing, and then they're talked about in like 30 pages, like less than 30 pages actually. Like they're barely talked about in depth, in detail. There's literally a scene where like at the end of the chapter she's like still doing a challenge, and then the next chapter she's leaving, and it's like, okay, so how did you survive, girl? Like how were you okay? So yeah, just like weird pacing, things like that. So like I said, I'm only like 107 pages in. I think the book is 500 pages total. So we'll see if it picks up and like evens itself out. My friend who we're celebrating her birthday this weekend, she did finish her book. She was reading Kiss of the Basilisk. So she finished that. We're very proud. But other than that, we have like no reading updates. I'll try to get more B-roll today. We played a lot of cornhole yesterday, actually, before dinner. So I might try to get B-roll of us playing cornhole. That would be kind of fun. But other than that, hoping to just get a little more reading in. And I will update you guys again when we hit, I guess, hour like 15, if we get there. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, bye. Hi. As you can see, we are back in my apartment. It has been literally a week since I filmed the last clip. Safe to say that 24 hours of reading was not done during the cabin weekend. We kind of ended up abandoning that a little bit. Like halfway through the second day, we kind of decided, this is fun and all, but we were at a cabin, we had cornhole, we had streaming services. We ended up just watching the Twilight movies. Like, honestly, we just watched movies and played cornhole. I will put at the end in my bloopers some of our little action trick shots that we were doing. Ended up being super fun, super interesting. But yeah, reading was not had. So there's my final update in this 24-hour reading challenge. Did not go as planned, but I do have plans to make up for it in my second video for next month in July. I'm hoping to do an extended weekend 24-hour reading vlog then as well, and making it a little bit more of a bookish weekend. I'll take you guys with me to my book club. I'll take you guys, book shopping around my area with me. We'll just make it like a whole thing instead of putting so much pressure on just reading for 24 hours in the middle of the woods, because that obviously did not go as we wanted. So I wanted to end the video off just by thanking you for watching and letting you know that more is coming next month. Yes, just leave a tree emoji to let me know you made it to the end of the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye. try to do that, but then I'm shit about remembering to move my bookmark in my physical book, and then I just keep reading on my Kindle. Oh, he didn't care at all. I love that. That's great. This feels so awkward with witnesses, and I don't know what to do with myself now. I sound like I've never said hi to anyone before. Because talking to no one is weird. It sucks. I know that no one's going to care. You did. This is the girl you expected to shit in the woods, really? She finally did. She finally got there. We got there eventually. Hi, Guinness. Do you want to help me make video? He's like, please do not document me. Yeah, you don't want proof of this, your cone of shame. It's okay, buddy. Okay, intro time. Let's just see your dog's cone in the corner of the video. You need bloopers from this weekend from us in the back. Oh, dude, there's gonna be so much. I'm recording right now. I've been recording for 4 minutes. There's already tons of bloopers. I got so fucking quiet. And they were roommates. Okay, wait, that's actually the title of a book, and I do want to read it really bad. Back to intro time. And I feel like you're recording me. I see you, Rachel. You're not slick. I told myself I was going to get reading at like 10:30, and we are not on time to do that because I keep goofing off. Oh my God. The funny thing is I also laugh and like goof off for the first like 20 minutes of all my videos anyway. And then I just cut all of that shit out because I'm like, I'm being dumb. If I would have gotten the reference, I'm sure it would have been a great time. I do kind of want to pick it up after you've read it because you said it was really good. Yes, actually, that's the correct answer. Go be in the closet. Bye. Have fun being in the closet. I'll just be by my lonesome the way that God intended. Hi. Hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I need to say that seriously. I need to not laugh. I'm literally all by myself and I'm like, me and my friends are hanging out. Don't know why I do this. It's so cringy. Emoji. Is that an emoji? God, I thought I was getting really good at picking emojis. And I'm not. I forget what emojis exist. That's the end of the video.